because growing up for me, like our mother, the way she was growing up, like she never really have anybody that hug her and tell them love her and those kind of stuff. And it kind of channeled down to how she grew us. She tried, but it wasn't there. So it's like growing up, I just always had that urge to just say, I don't want to be like this. I want to hug people, show them love, talk to them. So I
Like an
wanted to be the
experience.
opposite of all that she did. So that is what people need. So many people out there are lonely and depressed and stressed out, and they just go in the wrong direction, and that's not where they want to be. But that's where growing up and all the battles and the hardships that they face brought them to. So for me, everything I go through, I just look at it as, God is doing something. He is trying to change me. He's trying to use me. Because I wouldn't say my gift is going up on a stage and singing. But if you put me to talk, I will talk.
True.
So I just have to know what my gift and what my purpose is and just utilize it, because it's only way I'm gonna survive in this world. Only way.
Exactly. And
Totally
it's
agree with
actually
that.
key what you said just now, repurpose, because at the end of the day, like everybody has a purpose. And once you
That's
found
true.
your purpose, it generally flows freely.
Yeah.
You also touched on just like leaving a positive word, like that's very, very important for a lot of
Mm.
persons. Because people might be going through the worst and you might not know, but you just drop in some kind of positive word or something positive can do so much for them on a daily basis. So I definitely commend you on that. And I'm gonna definitely implore you to continue writing and continue to spreading positivity because it's needed. Especially
Yeah.
in today's world where there's so much negative
Negativity.
vibes and so much negativity taking place and being spread. It's very important.
That's so
That's
true.
true.
My next question to you is that yeah, so you touched on your struggles growing up, um humble beginnings, right? Was there anything else that happened that kind of shaped you into the person that you are now? If you mind sharing that also.
What shaped me into another thing that shaped me into the person I am right now is my teachers from high school. When I was going to high school in my English class, one of my teachers, she was like, you have a gift. Because them students that were nothing at school.
Yeah, Nuffy
That was
Duffy.
Are you that?
me.
Hey.
That was me. So like I was the captain for the class. And like when she gave English work and those stuff, like it was like nothing to me. It came easy. Like if you had to be creative in writing a story, writing a poem, anything like that, I was like just at it. So she was one of them who motivated me and just told me that I should continue and all of that. But I didn't take it seriously until last year when I started. And the book that I'm writing is about all the different, it's called The Alleys of Life. So it's about your spiritual, your emotional,
Oh, the alleys. Ah, I get it.
all the alleys of life. So it's just something that the person that came into my life and another person that came into my life was my food and nutrition teacher, like persons that always saw the best in me.
That's true.
Sometimes you have a gift and you have the ability, but you don't recognize it yourself, and somebody else is there to point it out.
True.
They were very instrumental in helping me to know my purpose. And then I went to church. I got saved. I wasn't saved all the days of my life. I got saved in 2013, and that's where I really and truly found my purpose. That's where it all manifested. They just called me and then just said,
Nice.
Shevel, you're doing this. And I just did it like nothing. Like I wasn't shy. I wasn't lost for words. I was just speaking, speaking, speaking. I have a deep understanding when it comes down to the word. It comes easily. So like anything we do with writing, that is me. Like reading, like just interpreting, looking into things deeper than they are supposed to. That has always been me. So my bishop was always an instrumental part in just saying that, Shevel, you have a purpose and you need to do this and you need to do that. So he was like the father figure for me that I did not have.
Okay.
And that was very important because my father is missing from the picture. And so my Bishop Michael Spencer, has always been the father figure that I did not have. He's the one who tell me about relationship, do not fall in love too quickly. You need to do school, you need to have your own, you need to be independent, all of those stuff. As I'm coming from a male, it's very much different than
Refreshing.
coming from a mother. Very much
Refreshing.
different. The mother just say, I'm gonna kill you, I'm gonna chop you, all them stuff there. But from a male, a fatherly perspective, it's very different. It's like he can give you hints from both sides, male and female. So that has always influenced me to be a better person in society.
So you had those persons who maybe didn't even realize that the little things or the little encouragements that they've given you would have been driving you now, or being a driving force behind whatever you're trying to achieve now. So that is amazing, because goes back to parenting, where you mentioned before how your mom is not a loving parent, or she doesn't express herself in certain ways towards her children. I think
emotions.
Very well. I think that is a problem with a lot of our parents, because they think that they give us food, they give us shelter and everything, but they don't give us the love. They don't embrace us. They don't kiss us. They don't tell us that you're amazing, you're beautiful. And then some of us, we end up looking for it outside, and that is how a lot of us get hurt. You understand?
Because a lot of them actually raised that way, but it's
cold.
up to us to actually like change the cycle, because we know what works, and we know what can make things different. So it's just up to us, this generation, and moving forward to just make that change. Because I kind of grew up like that also, where I wasn't always told, okay, I love you, whatever the case may be, but we know that doesn't work. So it's just up to us to just make that change moving forward.
But
yeah, that is true.
So
we might know that they love us, but it doesn't come from their mouth.
They're not verbalizing it, right? Expressing it.
They're doing, show it, yeah.
Exactly. But before we do go, what I definitely want you to do, right? With all your life experiences, what are some, like, 1 or 2 pointers you'd like to share for persons that have possibly gone through a similar situation as yourself, to kind of like help to guide them to make it in life, or to propel them from that situation?
All right. So for me personally, what I do is that I write. So you need a journal. You write down your plans, you write down your goals, you write down your agendas, and you just go after them one after one. You can't just say, I want everything and it's just going to fall in place, because there will be obstacles, there will be issues, there will be situations that will stop those goals. But once you are determined, you have to have a determined spirit. Believe, you pray, and you go after the goals, then you will achieve. Because I was going to university. I started out with help, but then it died down. So I was on my own. So I had to work, I had to save, I had to prioritize. So you have to know what is your priority in life. Where do you want to go? So you have to find yourself, write down your plans, and go after them. And another thing is that you need to network. Find persons of your own beliefs, your own standards, people that will uplift you, not people that is dragging you down. Not that you can't have a friend that you are helping at the same time, but all your friends can't be down there. You have to have persons around you that is going to motivate you and
your horizons.
Show you the way and say, you should do this, you should invest here, you should do a course in that. Just persons around you that will motivate you. So I write down all my goals, and I have persons that I look up to as role models in life to elevate me. So that's 2 things that I would tell any young person or even older person out there to do. Write down your plans and find role models to influence you.
That's good. And you know, like, in this era, it's so easy to connect to people. You have LinkedIn, you have social media, you have church, you have so many things, so many places that we can go to meet up with people and network back home or abroad. Even now they have this new forum. What is it called? I don't remember.
On the iPhone, right?
Yes, that new app that they have. A lot of people from across the world, they're connecting. I don't remember. I don't remember the name, but it's Clubhouse. A lot of persons are connecting. For persons who do not have computers, they can go to the church, they can go to centers and whatnot. That is why I think, like, in Jamaica, we should look more into those things, like making sure
Because
that the
we're
community
no longer
centers are
limited.
the community centers are thriving and whatnot. They have to try
Agree.
ways to make it more attractive
That is
for
true.
students. That's why, like, growing up, I enjoyed like Key Club and those things. But
Yeah.
before we go, Shevel, I want to tell you thank you for sharing your story. I'm sure it will inspire other people. You shared some good pointers. Keep thriving, keep writing, keep doing well. Thank you so much. And
You're
I'm looking forward to the book.
yes,
Thanks for having me, and it will come soon.
have a blessed one. Okay.
Okay,
You
take
too.
care.
Thank
Bye.
you.
All right, bye.